Crystal Ball, welcome to Zen Mind Peaceful Life, a place where we uncover the mysteries of astrology and embark on a journey of self-discovery and personal growth. Sparkles, have you ever met someone with such a powerful presence that you couldn't look away? Someone who radiates confidence, charm, and leadership, but at times can also make you feel overshadowed? Fire, that's Leo, the sign ruled by the sun, symbolizing power, ambition, and pride. But why is Leo, one of the most charismatic zodiac signs, often labeled as one of the most disliked? What causes them to be so misunderstood? And most importantly, if you're a Leo, how can you turn these traits into strengths instead of weaknesses? Imagine walking into a brightly lit room. At the center stands someone who effortlessly commands attention. That's a Leo. They speak with authority, exuding natural leadership, and their presence alone can light up the space. But even the brightest light can sometimes feel overwhelming to others. Scroll in astrology, Leo represents self-identity and pride. They crave recognition, love being in the spotlight, and often don't realize that their strong sense of self can unintentionally intimidate or alienate those around them. This can lead to jealousy, misunderstandings, and unnecessary conflicts. Face with monocle, but are we judging Leos fairly? Are they truly unlikable, or is their strength simply too much for some to handle? And if you have a Leo in your life, whether as a friend, a partner, or even yourself, how can you learn to understand and connect with them better? Rocket, in this video, we will uncover the 12 reasons why Leo is often misunderstood. But we won't stop there. We will go deeper, decoding the real essence of Leo, breaking down their behavior, and discovering the valuable lessons hidden behind their strong personality. Direct hit: by the end of this video, you won't just understand Leos better, you'll also learn how to apply this knowledge to improve your relationships and personal growth. And if you are a Leo, don't miss the powerful tips on how to leverage your strengths to succeed in both career and love. Pushpin: before we dive in, make sure to like and subscribe to Zen Mind Peaceful Life so you never miss out on insightful astrology and personal growth content. Now, let's begin. Glowing star. Fire. Reason number 1, Leo always wants to lead, confidence or control. Crown: have you ever worked with or been in a group with a Leo? They're often the first to suggest ideas, take charge, and direct things their way. There's no denying that Leos are born leaders, but is this always an asset, or can it sometimes be a double-edged sword? Magnifying glass. Tilted right: Leo's natural leadership abilities. Leos belong to the fire element, ruled by the sun, which governs power, authority, and a strong personality. This makes them naturally inclined to take control, be the center of attention, and make bold decisions. Heavy checkmark: in group settings, they prefer leading, guiding, and setting the direction, which can boost productivity. Heavy checkmark: they are decisive and fearless, willing to take risks when others hesitate. Heavy checkmark: if no leader emerges, a Leo will instinctively step up and take charge. High voltage: where does the problem start? Small blue diamond keycap: when they struggle with opposition. Leos can take criticism personally. When someone disagrees with them, they might see it as a challenge to their authority, rather than a different perspective. This can make them dismiss others' input too quickly. Small blue diamond keycap: too stubborn and unyielding. Because Leos trust their judgment, they sometimes overlook other valid approaches. This can make team members feel unheard or undervalued, creating imbalance in collaboration. Small blue diamond keycap 3: they can be overly controlling. If a Leo feels like they aren't in control, they might assert dominance aggressively. This can make others feel restricted, overwhelmed, or frustrated, leading to strained relationships. Direct hit: how can Leo be a more effective leader? Heavy checkmark: learn to listen and respect different views. Leadership isn't just about making decisions. It's about inspiring and guiding. Listening fosters respect and admiration from others. Heavy checkmark: embrace flexibility and adaptation. Great ideas can come from anyone. Adjusting doesn't weaken Leo's power, it makes them stronger and wiser. Heavy checkmark. Use power to empower others. A great leader supports and uplifts their team. If Leo channels their confidence into motivation, they will earn admiration, not just authority. Lightbulb. Bottom line, Leos are natural-born leaders, but they need to balance confidence with open-mindedness. When they do, they become inspiring visionaries instead of overbearing figures. Fire. Have you ever worked with a Leo leader? Were they empowering or over-controlling? Share your experience in the comments. Rocket. Fire. Reason number 2. Leo is too direct in love, passionate or overwhelming? Kissmark. Ever been on a date with a Leo? If so, you probably noticed that they don't hold back. They express their feelings boldly and immediately. Some find this irresistibly attractive, while others feel pressured or overwhelmed. Crown. Leo's approach to love. As a fire sign ruled by the sun, Leos are confident, assertive, and passionate. They don't believe in waiting games. If they're interested, they act on it right away. Heavy checkmark. If they like someone, they'll make it known immediately, no mixed signals. Heavy checkmark. They're bold in making the first move, pushing relationships forward at a rapid pace. Heavy checkmark. On a first date, they might already initiate physical closeness, holding hands, hugging, or even kissing, without checking if the other person is comfortable. High voltage. Why can this be a problem? Small blue diamond keycap 1. Not everyone moves at the same pace. Some people need time to develop emotional intimacy. Leo's fast-moving passion can feel too intense. Small blue diamond keycap 2. Misunderstood as superficial or player-like, their confidence and charm can give the impression that they fall in and out of love quickly, making partners question their genuine intentions. Small blue diamond keycap 3. Lack of emotional sensitivity. Leo's forwardness can sometimes overlook the other person's comfort level, creating awkwardness or resistance. Direct hit. How can Leo balance passion with sensitivity? Heavy checkmark. Observe emotional cues. Instead of rushing, read the other person's signals to gauge comfort levels. Heavy checkmark. Create space for emotional depth. Passion is exciting, but allowing things to develop organically strengthens relationships. Heavy checkmark. Prioritize mutual comfort. A truly attractive Leo knows how to be bold yet respectful, balancing assertiveness with patience. Lightbulb. Bottom line, Leos are dynamic, romantic lovers, but learning to match their partner's emotional pace makes their love even more magnetic. Fire. Have you dated a Leo? Were they too fast-moving or just the right amount of passionate? Share your thoughts in the comments. Speech balloon sparkles. Fire. Reason number 5. Leo's ego, confidence, or oversensitivity. Crown. Have you ever tried to point out a Leo's mistake? If so, you've likely seen them immediately defend themselves, stand their ground, or even get upset if they feel criticized. There's no denying that Leos have high self-esteem, but sometimes their ego can create barriers, blocking their growth and straining relationships. Sun with face. Why does Leo have such a big ego? As the only zodiac sign ruled by the sun, Leo embodies self-identity, pride, and self-worth. They thrive on recognition. They want to shine, and they cannot stand the feeling of being underestimated or disrespected. Heavy checkmark. They have strong personal pride and do not want to be looked down upon. Heavy checkmark. They dislike criticism, even if it's constructive, because they feel it threatens their value. Heavy checkmark. If someone wounds their ego, they will remember it for a long time and struggle to forgive easily. High voltage. What problems can an overgrown ego cause? Small blue diamond keycap 1. Difficulty admitting mistakes. One of the most frustrating things about working with or loving a Leo is that they rarely admit when they're wrong. Even if they know they've made a mistake, they might deflect the conversation or find a way to protect their pride. Small blue diamond keycap 2. Emotional sensitivity to lack of recognition. If they aren't acknowledged for their efforts, they can spiral into self-doubt, jealousy, or sulking. They may pretend not to care, but deep down, they crave validation. Small blue diamond keycap 3. It can create distance in relationships. If Leo misinterprets constructive feedback as criticism, they might push people away. They may build an emotional wall, missing out on valuable relationships due to pride. Lightbulb. How can Leo manage their ego smartly? Heavy checkmark. Understand that admitting mistakes doesn't diminish you. Owning up to a mistake doesn't make you weak. It actually makes you more mature, confident, and respected. Heavy checkmark. Accept feedback with an open mind. Not everyone is trying to bring you down. Some people genuinely want to see you improve. When you listen instead of reacting, you grow stronger. Heavy checkmark. Balance confidence with humility. True strength isn't about always proving yourself. It's about being secure enough to admit when you're wrong. That's how you earn lasting respect. Direct hit. Bottom line. Leo's pride is powerful, but if unchecked, it can create barriers in relationships and personal growth. Learning to balance confidence with humility will bring both success and admiration. Fire. Have you ever had a debate with a Leo? Were they open to admitting their mistake? Share your experience in the comments. Speech balloon sparkles. Fire. Reason number 6. Leo's anger, passion, or lack of control. Fire. Have you ever seen a Leo lose their temper? If so, you've likely felt the heat of an uncontrollable firestorm, intense, dramatic, and full of emotion. When Leo gets mad, they don't bottle it up, they explode. Sun with face. Why do Leos struggle with controlling their anger? Leo is a fire sign, which means they are naturally passionate, high energy, and sometimes impulsive. When faced with betrayal, disrespect, or injustice, they don't hold back. Heavy checkmark. They hate being dismissed, betrayed, or unfairly criticized. Heavy checkmark. When their pride is hurt, their temper flares up immediately. Heavy checkmark. If they feel deceived, they can cut ties permanently, no second chances. High voltage. The problems that come with Leo's anger. Small blue diamond keycap 1. Saying things they regret. When furious, Leos can say harsh, unfiltered words that cut deep. They often don't think before they speak, leading to regret later, but by then, the damage is done. Small blue diamond keycap 2. Creating tension in relationships. A Leo outburst can make people feel afraid or uneasy, especially in romantic or work environments. If they don't learn to manage emotions, they can push loved ones away. Small blue diamond keycap 3. Holding on to grudges. Unlike other zodiac signs that move on quickly, Leo holds on to resentment. Even if they act fine on the outside, they may harbor lingering frustration for a long time. Lightbulb. How can Leo control their anger? Heavy checkmark. Pause before reacting. When you feel anger rising, take a deep breath and assess the situation before reacting. Heavy checkmark. Channel energy into something productive, instead of exploding. Exercise, write, or vent to a trusted friend to release frustration. Heavy checkmark. Practice forgiveness. Not everyone is trying to hurt you. Letting go of minor irritations brings more peace and helps you stay emotionally balanced. Direct hit. Bottom line. Leo's passion is one of their greatest strengths, but if left unchecked, their temper can become their downfall. Learning to control emotional reactions will help maintain strong relationships and inner peace. Fire. Have you ever had an argument with a Leo? Did they calm down quickly or hold a grudge? Share your experience below. Speech balloon sparkles. Fire. Reason number 7. Leo always wants to be the center of attention, charismatic or selfish? Glowing star. Have you ever felt overshadowed by a Leo in your life? Whether at work, in love, or social settings, they always seem to take center stage. Leos are captivating and inspiring. But their constant need for attention can sometimes make others feel invisible. Sun with face. Why does Leo crave attention? As the only zodiac sign ruled by the sun, Leo is born to shine. They need recognition to fuel their confidence and validate their presence. Heavy checkmark. They love compliments, admiration, and standing out. Heavy checkmark. They know how to command attention with their charm, fashion, and confidence. Heavy checkmark, they dislike feeling like a background character in any situation. High voltage, why can this be a problem? Small blue diamond keycap 1, making others feel overshadowed. When Leo enters a room, all eyes are on them, which can make others feel insignificant. In relationships, quieter partners may feel overwhelmed by Leo's strong presence. Small blue diamond keycap 2, being misunderstood as arrogant. Some may perceive Leo's desire for attention as self-centeredness or vanity. If they don't tone it down, they might unintentionally push people away. Small blue diamond keycap 3, feeling frustrated when not in the spotlight. When they don't get the recognition they expect, Leos may sulk, become irritable, or create drama. Lightbulb, how can Leo balance their need for attention? Heavy checkmark, share the spotlight. A true leader lifts others up, not just themselves. When Leo supports and celebrates others, their charm grows even stronger. Heavy checkmark, practice active listening. Instead of always talking, ask questions and show interest in others' stories. Heavy checkmark, find validation internally. Your worth isn't defined by applause. Learning to appreciate yourself without external validation will make you even more powerful. Direct hit, bottom line, Leo's charisma is undeniable. But balancing confidence with humility will make them not just admired, but truly loved. Fire, have you ever felt overshadowed by a Leo? Or are you a Leo who loves the spotlight? Share your thoughts in the comments. Speech balloon sparkles. Fire, reason number 8, Leo's hunger for power and recognition, ambition, or control. Trophy, have you ever met a Leo who is obsessed with winning? Whether in career, social circles, or relationships. They strive to be the best, the leader, the one everyone looks up to. Their drive for success is inspiring, but sometimes, it can feel like a need for control rather than ambition. Sun with face, why does Leo crave power and recognition? As the only zodiac sign ruled by the sun, Leo naturally radiates leadership energy. They don't settle for second place, they want to stand out, be admired, and leave a lasting legacy. Heavy checkmark, they set big goals and work tirelessly to achieve them. Heavy checkmark, they love being in positions of influence, where they can shape outcomes and make decisions. Heavy checkmark, they prefer to control situations, believing their way is the best way. High voltage, the downsides of Leo's power drive. Small blue diamond keycap 1, becoming obsessed with status and success. When Leo gets too focused on power, they may neglect personal relationships and their own well-being. If they don't reach their expectations, they may feel defeated, frustrated, or insecure. Small blue diamond keycap 2, tendency to be controlling. Leo believes in taking charge, but this can make them overbearing, especially in group settings. Friends, colleagues, or partners may feel suffocated if Leo insists on making all the decisions. Small blue diamond keycap 3, resistance to delegation or compromise. Since they believe in doing things their way, they may struggle with trusting others to take the lead. They can become stubborn and dismissive of suggestions that don't align with their vision. Lightbulb, how can Leo channel their ambition productively? Heavy checkmark, know when to step back. True leaders empower others rather than micromanaging. Let go of excessive control and allow others to contribute. Heavy checkmark, focus on value, not just recognition. Instead of chasing titles or attention, focus on creating meaningful impact. Success will follow naturally. Heavy checkmark, learn to collaborate. You don't have to carry everything alone. Trusting others will make your leadership stronger, not weaker. Direct hit, bottom line, Leo's ambition is their greatest strength, but if they become fixated on power, they risk alienating people. By learning to lead with heart, not just authority, they can achieve lasting success and respect. Fire, reason number 9, Leo's passion is overwhelming, exciting, or draining. Fire, have you ever been around a Leo when they're passionate about something? Whether it's their career, a hobby, or a relationship, they throw themselves into it completely. Their fire is contagious, but sometimes, it burns too hot, leaving others feeling exhausted. Sun with face. Why does Leo have such intense passion? As a fire sign ruled by the sun, Leo doesn't do anything halfway. They go all in, because to them, passion equals purpose. Heavy checkmark. They commit fully to what they love, whether it's a project, a relationship, or a goal. Heavy checkmark. They want the same level of enthusiasm from others, which can be overwhelming for more laid-back personalities. Heavy checkmark. They push themselves to the limit, sometimes forgetting to slow down or take breaks. High voltage. The downsides of Leo's overwhelming passion. Small blue diamond keycap 1. Putting too much pressure on others. Leo expects equal intensity from the people around them, which can feel exhausting to more introverted or relaxed individuals. In romantic relationships, they may expect their partner to match their level of excitement and devotion, which isn't always realistic. Small blue diamond keycap 2. Ignoring the need for balance. Their all-or-nothing approach can make them hyper-focused on one thing while neglecting other important areas of life. They may burn out quickly, pushing themselves too hard without realizing it. Small blue diamond keycap 3. Struggling when others don't share their passion. If Leo feels their excitement isn't reciprocated, they may become frustrated, discouraged, or even resentful. They sometimes misinterpret neutrality as disinterest, which can cause misunderstandings in relationships. Lightbulb. How can Leo manage their passion without overwhelming others? Heavy checkmark. Give people space to process things at their own pace. Not everyone expresses enthusiasm the same way. Let people engage at their comfort level. Heavy checkmark. Find balance between drive and relaxation. Passion is powerful, but rest and detachment are just as important. Learn when to pause and recharge. Heavy checkmark. Channel energy into different outlets, instead of expecting one person or one activity to match their fire. Diversify their interests to spread the energy more evenly. Direct hit. Bottom line, Leo's passion is what makes them unforgettable, but they must learn to balance their energy so they don't overwhelm themselves or others. Fire. Have you ever felt energized or drained by a passionate Leo? Share your experience in the comments. Speech balloon sparkles. Fire. Reason number 10. Leo never does anything halfway, determined or stubborn. Trophy. Do you know someone who, once they commit to something, will never back down? Whether it's a career, a relationship, or a personal project, Leo is all in, no matter what. Their dedication is unmatched, but sometimes, this unwavering persistence can make them too rigid. Sun with face. Why does Leo always give 100%? Leo's sun energy fuels their strong sense of responsibility and pride. They don't just do things for the sake of doing them, they do them to win, to succeed, to prove themselves. Heavy checkmark. They have an unshakable work ethic, refusing to settle for mediocrity. Heavy checkmark. They tie their pride and reputation to their achievements. Heavy checkmark. They expect others to meet their standards, which can be tough for more easygoing personalities. High voltage. The challenges of Leo's relentless determination. Small blue diamond keycap 1. Difficulty letting go. Whether it's a failing project, a toxic relationship, or a lost cause, Leo hates admitting defeat. They may cling to things for too long, refusing to walk away even when it's the best choice. Small blue diamond keycap 2. Putting too much pressure on themselves. Leo holds high expectations for themselves, which can lead to stress, frustration, or burnout. They may feel like failure is not an option, even when persistence is no longer useful. Small blue diamond keycap 3. Struggling with flexibility. They often have one clear vision of success, making them reluctant to adjust plans when circumstances change. This can lead to missed opportunities or unnecessary hardships. Lightbulb. How can Leo balance determination with flexibility? Heavy checkmark. Recognize that letting go isn't losing, sometimes. Walking away from a bad situation is the smartest decision. Heavy checkmark. Embrace adaptability. The strongest leaders adjust their strategies when necessary instead of forcing a rigid plan. Heavy checkmark. Celebrate small wins, Not just big victories, Leo tends to only focus on major successes, but even small progress deserves recognition. Direct hit bottom line, Leo's relentless drive is what makes them unstoppable. But knowing when to pivot will help them achieve success more efficiently and with less stress. Fire reason number 11, Leo struggles to forgive, strong self-respect or holding grudges? Lion face, have you ever hurt a Leo? If so, you probably noticed that forgiveness doesn't come easily to them. Even if they say they've let it go, deep down, they remember everything. Leo has an exceptional memory when it comes to betrayal, disrespect, or emotional wounds, and they don't forget easily. Sun with face, why does Leo find it hard to forgive? As a sun-ruled sign, Leo possesses a strong sense of pride and self-worth. When someone betrays their trust or disrespects them, it feels like a personal attack on their dignity. Heavy checkmark, they don't trust easily. So when that trust is broken, it's almost impossible to restore. Heavy checkmark, they may act indifferent, but inside, they never forget how someone treated them. Heavy checkmark, even if they say they've moved on, they still keep their guard up and rarely treat that person the same way again. High voltage, how holding grudges can hurt Leo. Small blue diamond keycap 1, strained relationships. If a Leo feels betrayed, they can cut people off instantly, sometimes without a second thought. This can cause them to lose important relationships over mistakes that might have been forgivable. Small blue diamond keycap 2, holding onto negative energy. Refusing to forgive means carrying resentment, which can negatively affect their mental and emotional health. Instead of moving forward, they can get stuck in past pain, replaying the betrayal over and over. Small blue diamond keycap 3, difficulty trusting again. After being hurt, Leo may become overly defensive, making it hard to form deep connections with new people. They might miss out on genuine relationships because of their fear of being hurt again. Lightbulb, how can Leo learn to forgive? Heavy checkmark, understand that forgiving isn't weakness, letting go isn't about letting the other person win, it's about finding peace for themselves. Heavy checkmark, see things from a different perspective, sometimes, people make mistakes without bad intentions. Understanding this can make forgiveness easier. Heavy checkmark, focus on the future. Not the past, what's done cannot be changed, but Leo can choose to move forward without carrying unnecessary baggage. Direct hit bottom line, Leo has a strong sense of pride, making forgiveness difficult. However, letting go can bring them greater peace, happiness, and emotional freedom. Fire, have you ever been cut off by a Leo after making a mistake? Were they able to forgive? Share your experience in the comments. Speech balloon sparkles. Fire reason number 12, Leo loves passionately, but is hard to love, intense, or picky. Red heart, have you ever tried to win a Leo's heart? If so, you probably realized that they don't fall in love easily. Despite being one of the most romantic and passionate signs, they are also one of the hardest to win over. Sun with face, why is Leo so hard to love? Heavy checkmark, high standards in love, their partner must be more than just attractive. They need to be intelligent, charismatic, and someone they can admire. Heavy checkmark, they don't do temporary relationships, Leo prefers being single over settling for less. If they don't see long-term potential, they won't waste their time. Heavy checkmark, fear of getting hurt, they guard their heart carefully because when they love deeply. They don't let just anyone in. Fire, but when they love fiercely. Small blue diamond keycap 1, devoted and loyal partners. Once committed, Leo will put their partner first, always ensuring they feel loved and cherished. They love grand romantic gestures, luxurious dates, and meaningful surprises. Their love must shine as brightly as they do. Small blue diamond keycap 2, high expectations for their partner. Because Leo loves wholeheartedly, they expect the same intensity in return. If their partner seems uninterested or distant, Leo can feel unappreciated or even doubt the relationship. Small blue diamond keycap 3 strong sense of possessiveness and jealousy. Since they see their partner as a reflection of their world. Leo can be overprotective, sometimes to the point of jealousy. They want to be the most important person in their partner's life, and any signs of neglect can trigger insecurity. High voltage challenges of loving a Leo. White heavy checkmark. They need admiration. If you're not good at expressing appreciation, Leo may feel undervalued. White heavy checkmark. They demand passion. If you prefer a quiet, stable relationship, you may struggle to match their intensity. White heavy checkmark. They are emotionally sensitive. Despite their confident exterior, they feel things deeply and are easily affected by their partner's actions or words. Lightbulb. How to love a Leo the right way. Heavy checkmark. Give them genuine compliments. Leo doesn't need fake flattery, but they want to feel special. Let them know why they're important to you. Heavy checkmark. Match their passion and attention. If you love a Leo, be enthusiastic, affectionate, and show them you care. Plan exciting dates, engage in deep conversations, and make them feel like your #1 priority. Heavy checkmark. Give them freedom, but also commitment. Leo values independence, but also needs reassurance of loyalty. Show them they can trust you without feeling controlled. Direct hit. Bottom line, Leo is selective in love. But when they fall for someone, they love with all their heart. If their partner can match their energy and devotion, they will have a loyal, passionate, and unforgettable lover. Fire Leo, confidence or an ego that pushes others away. Leos are proud and self-assured, always believing in themselves. However, if they don't keep their ego in check, they may unintentionally push people away. When they learn to balance confidence with humility, they truly shine, not just because of their talents, but because they earn genuine admiration and respect. Fire. Have you ever encountered a Leo with an oversized ego? Or are you a Leo trying to manage this yourself? Share your thoughts in the comments. Speech balloon sparkles. Fire. Conclusion. Is Leo the most hated zodiac sign or just a misunderstood fire? Lion face. After going through 12 reasons why Leo is often disliked, do you still believe they're truly intimidating? Or are they simply strong-willed souls who are often misunderstood? Sun with face. The truth about Leo. Leo isn't perfect. They can be proud, stubborn, and at times, overly controlling. However, they are also passionate, fiercely loyal, and filled with boundless energy. Heavy checkmark. They never shy away from the spotlight. Heavy checkmark. They fight for what they believe in. Heavy checkmark. And most importantly, they always strive to give their best to the people they love. Lightbulb. What's the biggest lesson from this video? Heavy checkmark. If you have a Leo friend, partner, or colleague, remember, they're not trying to dominate you, they just want to be valued and loved in their own way. Heavy checkmark. If you're a Leo, true greatness doesn't come just from standing in the spotlight, but from how you inspire and connect with those around you. Sparkles. Leo may be the most criticized zodiac sign, but they are also one of the most unforgettable. Pushpin. If you enjoyed this video, hit like, share, and don't forget to subscribe to Zen Mind Peaceful Life Bell for more astrology, psychology, and self-development content. Speech balloon. What do you think about Leo? Are they really the hardest sign to get along with, or do they just need to be understood better? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Rocket. See you in the next video, where we'll uncover even more cosmic mysteries and self-discovery insights. Sparkles.